Hey guys, it's that epic Wi-Fi guy, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Awakening. Now, in the last episode, we just started, of course, and in this episode, we're going to begin Chapter 1, Unwelcome Change. And now, something interesting about this game is that, unlike most of the previous Fire Emblem games, this game actually has a world map. Now, before it, there were also two other games with world maps. The first one was Fire Emblem Gaiden, which was the second game in the series, and it basically introduced the system. And the more well-known game with the world map is Fire Emblem 8, Sacred Stones. And basically, yeah, just like Sacred Stones, this game also has sorties on the battlefield. Yeah, sorties on the map that you can battle, but we won't get into those until later. But interestingly enough, basically, every time you want to start a new chapter, you go to it. You don't have to immediately start the chapter. You can do some training if you want. Especially if you have the DLC chapters, of which we will get into later because we don't have access to those yet. But yes, here we are. I told you, it's getting dark already. Ugh, and now the bugs are out. Noisy, disgusting things that bug around and crawl over and bite you when... Ugh! Want to golf in my mouth. Blech. Pooey. Oh, come on now, Lissa. Hardship builds character. Want to help me gather firewood? I think I swallowed it. I'll pass on finding firewood, thanks. I think I've built quite enough character for one day. Well, excuse me, princess. We should probably think about food. I don't know about you, but I'm starving. Yes, I think a little hunting and gathering is in order. Now, who wants to clear our campsite? That is a very interesting fire that they just happened to make. I wonder how they made it so quickly. It's been too long since I last had bear meat. Delicious! What's wrong, Lissa? Dig in. Pass? Gods, couldn't you spare us an animal normal people eat for once? I mean, come on! Who eats bear? You're meddling with the food chain. Honestly, I would like to try bear sometime. It sounds like it'd be pretty good. Right, Wi-Fi guy? No, I'm not with you, Lissa. I would like to try bear sometime. Wi-Fi guy. I suppose a person would enjoy just about anything after not eating for days. Just eat it, Lissa. Meat is meat. Since when does meat smell like old boots? Wait, I take that back. Boots smell better. Like I said, this game has very witty dialogue, and I like that about it. Every experience makes us stronger, m'lady, even those who don't enjoy. Really? Then why don't you see you eating, Frederick? Me? Oh, I'm not that hungry. I had a large lunch. Yes, correct. Hey! Yeah, right, Frederick. Yeah, Frederick, you are so hilarious. Now, something interesting I didn't mention about Frederick yet, or maybe I did mention it, but I forgot, is the fact that Frederick actually wears a tuxedo under his armor, which is very intriguing. And I find the clothing to be quite interesting in this game. Like, as if you've noticed, Lissa has... For some reason, Lissa has a split in the side of her dress, even though it's kind of unnecessary, but I guess it looks pretty cool. What's wrong, big brother?
Forgive me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you, but something is amiss.
Huh?
Define something. I'm not sure. I think I'll have to look around. Not alone you won't. I'm coming too. Well, actually, yeah, that is a good offer, because if you didn't have a cleric, you'd probably die. Only, like, I can't even imagine going without a cleric for, like, the first... I guess Radiant Dawn, you go pretty long without a cleric, and it shows, especially probably in hard mode. I haven't tried hard mode on that game yet, but I really should. Considering I'm on my 6th playthrough of that game right now. Since I just got Path of Radiance, I wanted to like the Soren ending, but... I don't know, I think I might do a Let's Play of Radiant Dawn sometime in the future, because it is one of my favorite games. It sure is dark and quiet. Where did the birds go? And while I do love Awakening, I still say Radiant Dawn is quite good. Something is wrong here. Ah! Crumb! Gods! What? Ah! What is this madness? Listen, stay close. Now, something interesting about this game is that it doesn't actually define what the gods are, as opposed to other Fire Emblem games, though. And what? For some reason, the characters in the cutscene are speaking Japanese, even though I have set to English. What is up with that? Well, I guess that's one failure for this video. But yeah, as you can see, we're running away from lava, and I'll just fill in what I think the characters are saying. Crom, wait for me, I don't want to become fire, toast, Sheldon. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. And there's Lissa. Lissa is pointing at explosion! And this looks like something that would belong in Skyward Sword. It looks kind of like the time portal. And here we have something that looks like it belongs in 300. It's like, oh! Allow me, I have the Falchion. The Falchion that is quite different from the original design of the Falchion, mind you. Although, that's not so bad. I do like the new design of the Falchion. I think it's quite cool. Slick, aren't you, Crom? Slick. He's like Exorcist. Okay, that was a horrible neck-cracking sound. Boom! Backstab, how do you like that? And apparently he's made of shadow bugs. Now, if only Lissa knew how to fight. Here we go! That's right, guys. It is who you think it is. Or is it? Come on, save the day, random masked stranger, and he did. And as you can see, it looks very much like Crom here, our good friend Crom. Who are you? Get away, now! Go now, go! You would think that guy would dodge that after Crom, like, loudly... After Chrome's obvious advance, you'd see that coming from a mile away. Yeah, he still didn't dodge it, and now he dissolves back into shadow bugs. Is Mr. Game & Watch secretly the main antagonist of this game? I mean, really. You. Something, something. I don't know Japanese. I'm sorry, guys. Apparently I still had it set to Japanese, even though they were speaking English a few seconds ago. But here we go. My lord, my lady, are you hurt? Frederick, Wi-Fi guy. Mr. Sword guy. Such horrific creatures commonplace in these lands. They're not from Elise, I promise you that. No one is injured, then. I thank the gods. Thank the masked man who saved me. If it wasn't for him, I'd be... Hey, where did he go? We can worry about him later, after we put these things to the blade. Ours open now. We know nothing about this anyway. Right. That is right. We have the introduction of... are those... abandoned forts, yes.
I see.
Then we should take shelter in them whenever possible. No doubt they will offer distinct advantages in battle. Yes. Now basically, this map right here introduces us to different kinds of terrain. Right here, I'm standing on woods. And, oh shoot, that's cut off. Sorry. Right here, I'm standing on woods. And basically, the little shield icon means it gives me 1 defense. And then the little running icon means I get plus 10 avoid. Now, even better is if you stand on a fort. The little 2 means you get 2 defense and 20 avoid, but it also gives you 20% HP regeneration every turn, which is very nice, as you can probably guess. And I think at this point I'll just have Frederick go with Crom, because Crom is actually a little lower level than we are. And it'd probably be a good idea to have Crom attack him. But yeah, this map right here can actually be pretty tough. I had to actually restart this map, and it's only the first chapter after the prologue. So yeah, as you can imagine, this game is actually quite a bit tougher than the usual Fire Emblem game. The only other game that I felt had this much difficulty in the beginning chapters was Radiant Dawn. But the funny thing about Radiant Dawn is the fact that the beginning of that game is much harder than the rest of the game. It pretty much gets easier. I notice you vanish from camp sometimes. Where's it you go? You mean when I'm not serving the shepherds? I gather rare mushrooms. Apparently, he is a mushroom connoisseur. Alright, let's just put you in range of the enemy. And let's have Lissa right here. Shoot. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Yeah, this setup is kind of annoying sometimes. But yeah, I believe here we have a new enemy class. If I'm not mistaken, that is a mercenary. Now, mercenaries are basically the balanced units. Mercenaries are very well balanced units, having very high stats all around, and I'll talk about that more in a second. Captain Crom, wait, I'm coming. Ugh, I knew I should have left him. Alright, you ash race freaks, which one of you wants to try my lance on for size first? I know just the spot for it. Shoved right up your...
Hold!
Hold, my lady, can't have you cursing in an E-rated game. Well, actually, I don't know what rating this game has, but whatever. Life may be long, but attraction is fleeting. Would you leave me in your sweet dust? And here we have Edgeworth. Would you believe it? Leave war to the warriors, dear bird. A beauty such as you need wage only love. The hell are you? Ha! Is the lady intrigued? Of course you are. It is only natural. I am myth and legend. I am he who strides large across history's greatest stage. The man who puts the art in archer. My name, dear lady, is Sorry, Ruffles, no time for this. Onward. Wait. Varian! My name, it's Varian! Wait, where are you going? Pray at least, tell me your name.
I'm Sully.
I'm Sully, and I'm a shepherd. Yes. Sully? How divine. A starkly beautiful name, as it benefits its owner truly. Will you marry me, my dearest Sully? Will I what now? Oh wait, I get it. This is a joke, and when I put my boot through your face, that's the punchline. I realize my manly figure and noble bearing can be quite overwhelming. 'Tis common. So please, don't feel pressure to answer right up. How's this for an answer? Oof, goodness, but those shapely legs certainly can kick, can't they? Please, milady, allow me to accompany you at least. Mine is a cold, empty world without you. I shall be your most willing servant, and you, in turn, will give my life purpose. Fine, anything to shut you up. What? Stop staring at me like that. Yes, that is right. Those two characters just recruited themselves to our side of the team. Now, this here is Sully. She is actually a cavalier. And basically, cavaliers are very well-balanced units, and they typically have very high movement range, as you can see. The thing about cavaliers is they are probably the best first-tier class in this game. Well, not just in this game, but in Fire Emblem series in general, cavaliers are usually the best first-tier class, because they're usually the only class that gets access to more than one weapons. In this case, Sully has access to lances and swords. And now here we have Varian, who is, of course, an archer. And by Varian, we mean Miles Edgeworth, of course. Goddesses and gentlemen, might I have your attention? I, as it happens, am an archer. The archest of archers, in fact. Stop lying, Edgeworth. We all know you're an attorney. As such, I attack most effectively from a distance. So kindly keep me one step away from peril, if you would. So yes, I guess the bad thing about archers in this game is that... I am sorry about that, guys, but for some reason my phone just keeps falling. Jeez. Anyway, as I was saying, the main thing about archers in this game is the fact that they can't counterattack when they're attacked in the enemy phase, which kind of is unfortunate for them. But as you can see, he can attack without fear of being he can attack without any fear of being counterattacked for now, which is quite nice. And as you can see, them two together can't quite take down this Myrmidon here. I believe that's a no, it's a mercenary, actually. So I think we'll have ourselves attack this guy right here. Bronze sword, no thunder. And I probably shouldn't have moved out of the trees. This might prove to be a dangerous move. But at least we hit him, so that's the good thing. You have been died. You have been died, what? That doesn't even make any sense. Alright, I think we're gonna want to have Crom take care of one of these axe guys, except he can't. Yeah, that's the tough thing about this game. You're not gonna be double attacking enemies for a while, because usually in the Fire Emblem series, you have to outspeed the enemy by 4 points in order to double attack them. In this game, you're not going to be doing that for quite a while, unless you overlevel. But yes, I believe we should have Varian stand here in the trees. Go, Edgeworth, show him what you're worth. Edgeworth, show him what you're worth. Wow, I didn't even intend for that pun. Whatever. Okay, let's see if we can't have Varian finish him off. Come on, do it, Varian. I know you can do it. Do it! Do it! Oh, fine. Okay, let's just make sure Lissa's out of the way. Alright, let's go. You there! You have a bow! I feel you are quite accurate. Except he does 2 damage, which is kind of pathetic. Except, oh, I missed. I'm not scared of this guy. So I'm sorry that you guys can't really see the attack percentages and the attack damage, but I can't really record my bottom screen, so just have to kind of bear with that. Ooh, and a very nice level up for ourselves. Indeed, Wi-Fi guy, and they're all going to attack me. Crap. Miss! Miss! Okay, that wasn't going to miss. So that was 83% accuracy, by the way. And our actually kind of sucks at this moment. It's 79%, but luckily there's not that many enemies to attack us. And as you can see, we're getting beaten up quite badly here. But Sully's horse looks kind of cool. I like the white horse. This guy will attack Varian, but he won't do that much because we're in the woods. Now, if only Sully could attack even though we couldn't attack, I mean, that'd be a lot more convenient, don't you think? However, I am doing quite a bit better at this chapter than I did at first, so that's one good thing, I guess. Alright, we're probably going to want to kill this guy with Wi-Fi guy. Okay, good. Yeah, we're going to want to kill you with Wi-Fi guy. We're going to want to kill all the generic enemies first, just so that we won't get swarmed by them. That'd probably be a good idea. I kind of like that bow animation. I kill you, and then I bow. It's kind of funny, don't you think? And I like that animation that Lissa has for healing people. It's so adorable. It's like, ugh, here you go, healed. Alright, let's have Varian finish you off. Good, 90% hit rate. That'll be just fantastic. Show your worth, Edgeworth, and I did not mean to say that again, jeez. It's like, that's gonna be my catchphrase for Edgeworth, because I do plan to use him this time, because I didn't use him on my last playthrough all that much. Alright, let's see, how does Sully do? Sully is in trouble against the guy. I should just have a rest here, and we'll have Crom attack this guy right here. Is Lissa in any immediate danger? I mean... Okay, that guy can reach, and that guy can reach. You know what, I think I'm gonna have Frederick snag a kill here, simply because I don't want anyone to die on this map, even though I'm on I'm on casual mode. I don't have to worry about anyone dying. That's right. Alright, just go ahead, Crom. Just go ahead and destroy this dude for me. I would really appreciate it. Dang it. That's not what I would appreciate. Alright, and as you can see there, it said Crom has attained weapon rank D. Now what this means is that as your weapon rank goes up, you're able to use more advanced weapons. Like for instance, at a weapon rank of D, you can only use bronze weapons, but as you continue to level up, your character's weapon experience, you'll be able to use more advanced weapons such as steel lances, iron lances, silver lances, that kind of thing. And I am so glad this guy doesn't double us, or else we would be screwed. Alright, slowly get healed up. Crom attack to this guy. Oh wait, no, I don't want Crom to attack that guy. I want myself to attack. We are so weak right now, I just can't wait. I tell ya. Okay, wait, let me just make sure that... What? He can really reach that far? Oh, he can reach that far. That's kind of surprising, actually. Oh, that's right, because he's a hand axe user. Okay, let's just focus all our efforts on... I'm trying to think about what's the best way to go about doing this. Because if I have Edgeworth go back here, then he'll be safe from the other guy for another turn, which is quite nice. Because Edgeworth is on the verge... Edgeworth here is on the verge of dying, so I guess that's kind of dangerous. Even though I'm on casual mode, I think I'm going to try to prevent death as much as possible as if I were playing on classic mode, simply because I am a classic Fire Emblem player and that's how I just do it. Alright, let's just hope Frederick gets the double attack here. I would really appreciate it. Do it! No! No! Yes, thank you, Frederick. I appreciate it. Now, in last video, I said it probably wouldn't be a good idea to use Frederick all that much. I'm not saying that Frederick is a bad character. In fact, he's a very good character. It's just that in the first couple of maps, you're probably going to want to snag kills with some of your other units before you use Frederick. That's all I'm saying. Alright, let's see if Sully can't take care of this guy. Now, personally, Sully isn't really one of my favorite characters in the world, but that's because I generally don't really like the early game Cavaliers all that much, because they usually end up mediocre for me, and I just don't really like the Cavalier class as much as I do other classes. It's just not really my favorite class, I guess. Hey!
Very kind of you.
Very kind of you. I do kind of like how she sounds, though, so I think I might use Sully. Just tell me what you guys think, and if I should use her or not. Let's see. That's pretty bad. 67% hit rate for higher damage. I think I'll just go with the bronze sword.
Please stay strong.
Come on, Lissa, double attack us. Help us kill this guy. Because that would totally make sense. At least in Radiant Dawn, you can bonk enemies with the staff, even though it did 0 damage.
I've got you.
Okay, good. See, this guy is utterly failed. He takes 3 hits to kill Lissa. That is just utterly fail. Okay, let's see. Crom has... Yeah, I think we should let Crom get this kill. Or maybe Edgeworth is too far away to do anything, so I think we'll just... No, there's no nearby event tiles. We'll have Sully get that event tile over there. All done, polishing the weapons. Can't fight Jack without his trusted blade or bow. I don't know why she sounds like that, but okay. Alright, let's just go ahead and finish you off. I'll just get a hit in with myself so I can squeeze a little bit more experience out of it. He's like, Hwah! Come on, Lissa, bonk with your staff. Even though bonking with your staff does 0 damage anyway, it still looks funny and it also gives you staff experience, which is actually quite nice, in my opinion. I mean, that was probably the best thing about equipping staves in Radiant Dawn, was the fact that you could bonk enemies with staves to get massive staff experience. Okay, we need something with more accuracy. This'll do. Now, interestingly enough, the rapier here is a special weapon for Crom only. Basically, it has effectiveness, which means, I believe, triple weapon might against enemy Cavaliers, enemy Pegasus Knights, enemy Cavaliers, Pegasus Knights, and Knights, stuff like that. Now, previously in the Fire Emblem games, the rapier weapon was only effective against horses and knights. But they changed that to include Pegasus Knights in this game because they consider Pegasus Knights horses now. I mean, they consider Pegasi horses now, so I guess that's pretty interesting. It seems all the creatures are vanquished. This young man took care of the others. I never got to thank you for before, so thank you. You were very brave.
Thank you.
You saved my sister's life. My name is Chrome. Might I ask yours?
You may call me Marth.
You may call me Marth. Well, Marth, you awfully sound like a woman. Why is that? Is it they give him a woman's voice just because he looks like a woman, and everyone jokes about that, and he wore a skirt. Marth, after the heroic king of old, you certainly fight like a hero. Where did you learn your way with the sword?
No.
I'm not here to talk about me. This world teeters at the brink of a horrible calamity. What you saw tonight was but a prelude. You have been warned. Huh? What's teetering where now? Hey, wait! Not much of a conversation, is he? No, not at all, Self.
Right.
Not at all. It appears his skills lie elsewhere. I wager we'll hear his name again. But for now, I'm more concerned about the capital. We should make haste. Yes, Frederick, we should. So, yeah, that's it for today's video. We have just met Marth, the Hero King of Legend. I will talk more about him in the next video, in case any of you want to learn more about him. Anyway, thanks for watching. I am sorry for all the difficulties with today's recording, but I'll be sure that they never happen. I'll be sure to be more careful during my next recordings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.